Hello students, today we are going to learn about Boolean algebra from the chapter 2 logic gates and logic families of subject digital techniques 22320. Now first we will understand about the Boolean expression. We have already studied about the digital circuits, logic gates. In that you know that any logic gates output can be represented in tabular form, that is truth table, or in equation, that is Boolean expression. This Boolean expression is nothing but your Boolean algebra. So we will understand the Boolean algebra first. Now there are different laws attached with Boolean algebra that we are going to study now. But what is the biggest advantage of digital circuit is, if you have understood, if you know, in very early stages of computer, if you know, the computers used to be very large in size, and then after few years the size of the computer became small, and the very next years again, if you know, you can search it out, the size of the computers again becomes small. That a laptop was invented at that time. It was the smallest form of your computers. Then now you know that the mobiles, these are the smallest form. It can do the all the different work of the computers. So that means, to understand it, the size of the digital circuits goes on decreasing day by day, and it was all because of the Boolean laws, which was invented by the scientist Boolean. Now the Boolean laws are the different what you can say, has its own set of fundamental laws which differ from the ordinary algebra. These laws you are supposed to by heart, so that you can apply it on the Boolean equation, and then you will come to know, after applying these laws, whatever is the biggest digital equation, Boolean expression, it can be reduced into a small equation which gives the output as same as the largest equation. That means that the circuit which is large in size will give the same output as the digital circuit which is the small in size. So comparatively smaller size is preferred, and that is how the size of the digital circuit has been reduced. But that is all because of this Boolean laws. So we are going to study the Boolean laws, and then we are going to use these Boolean laws to reduce the Boolean equation. So in this Boolean laws, the first law which you are going to study is called as OR law. Now OR law, or four laws are stated here. So you have to understand it like this. If there is an OR gate with input A, and the second input is 0 for the OR gate, the output is always going to be A. So you can remember, for remembering, you can remember like this: A plus 0 is equal to A. So you have to visualize here a OR gate with input A, and the second input is 0. So you know the second input, it is 0. A is a variable, it can have a value 0 or 1, but the output of OR gate will be always A. So whatever A variable you will give as input, if you give 1 as input to the variable A, output will be 1, and if you give 0 as input to the variable A, output will be 0. This is the actual understanding of this equation. So you have to remember A plus 0 is equal to A. Then next is A plus 1 is always equal to 1. So that means, if you are having two input OR gate, one input of the OR gate is A and second input is 1. You know that our second input is particularly 1. The output of the OR gate will be always 1. So A is a variable. Variable can have any value. It can have 0 or 1. Whatever is the value, it won't consider that. It will always give the output 1. Then next equation of OR law is A plus A, that is equal to A. That means OR gate is having two inputs, one is also A and the second is also A, that means both are same. So if both are same, output is also going to be the same which you have given as input. So A plus A is equal to A. That means if the OR gate is there with the inputs B and B, the output is always going to be B, and so on. The third law is of OR law is A plus A bar is equal to 1. That means if you are having an OR gate with two inputs, the first input is A and the second input is complement of A. So A complement is shown here. So output is equal to 1. As we have studied OR law, all these laws you are supposed to by heart. The next law is AND law. Again it is having four types in AND law. So that is A AND with 0 is equal to 0. That means you are having an AND gate. The first input is A, which is a variable, and the second input you know it is 0. So output of that AND gate will be always 0. The second law of AND law is A AND with A is equal to A. You have to remember this. That means AND gate is there. One input is A and second input is also A. Both the inputs are same. Output is going to be the same. So if you are having 10 times A, you have to write it one time only. So AND gate with 10 inputs, A and so on. The output is always going to be A only, a single A. Then next is A AND with 1 is equal to A, and the last one is A AND with A bar is equal to 0. That means it's an AND gate. One input is A and the second input is complement of A. Output is always going to be 0. The next and very important law is NOT law. It is very important. So here you have to check. It is written A bar. It is not A bar, it is A double bar. So here NOT law is A the double bar. So on A you can see 2 bar is equal to A. And if you remember NOT gate, the bar is nothing but your NOT gate. So there are 2 NOT gates with the input A. That means first NOT gate with the input you give A, and the output of the second NOT gate, again you connect a NOT gate. Then at the output you will get again the output as A only. So this is A double bar is equal to A. So that double bar gets cancelled, and that is nothing but your NOT law. The next and very important law is commutative law. So here you can see on the left hand side it is written A plus B is equal to, on right hand side it is written B plus A. That means if you are having an OR gate with input, first input as A and second input as B, you will get some output. And again if you are having some another OR gate, and if you replace the inputs, that means the first input is B and the second input is A, the output whatever you get will be the same as you give the input, first input as A and second input as B. So that means even if you interchange the inputs, outputs are going to be same. The second commutative law is of AND gate, that is AND gate A dot B is equal to B dot A. That means if you are having an AND gate with inputs A and B, you will get some output. The same output if you will get if you interchange the inputs. Next is associative law. In associative law you have to check A plus bracket B plus C is equal to, you can change the brackets, that is bracket of A plus B plus C. This is associative law. So left hand side is you are having A plus bracket B plus C, and in the right hand side you are having bracket A plus B plus C. So in that means there are 2 OR gates. One OR gate is having input B plus C, and the output of that OR gate is given to the next OR gate with input A, and the second input is B plus C. The output you will get some output. And again you are having 2 OR gates. First OR gate input is A plus B, and the second OR gate is input C and A plus B. The output you will get is same as this left hand side output. This is associative law. You have to by heart it. A dot bracket B dot C is equal to bracket of A dot B bracket close dot C. Next very important law is distributive law. So in this equation, of these three equations, the very important equation is second one in distributive law, that is bracket of a plus b bracket close dot c is equal to a dot c plus b dot c. It is like your maths only. You are going to open the brackets and c is applied to a plus c is again applied to b. This is what you are going to by heart. The first one is not that important, and also the third one, it is a special law actually. A plus b dot c is equal to, you can write in this way, you can bracket a plus b dot again the bracket a plus c. This is distributive law. These two laws you are going to by heart. Then in the next law, absorptive law, the thing which you are going to remember is a plus a dot b is equal to a. This is what you are going to by heart. This you can find out using distributive law only. If you apply a distributive law formula in this, then you will get absorptive law. That will do in the next video. And last and very important is De Morgan's law. De Morgan's law states that a plus b the whole bar is equal to a bar dot b bar. Now here you can see a plus b the whole bar is equal to a bar dot b bar. So here what we have done is that plus sign, OR gate is changed with AND gate. So plus becomes dot, and the whole bar is with a and b both. So here it is cut and it is attached with a and b. So that is a bar dot b bar. So the rule is cut the line and change the sign. So sign change means plus becomes dot. So that means OR gate becomes AND gate. And the whole bar, that NOT gate, is cut into the small one and it is attached with the inputs A and as well as B. The second De Morgan's law state that A dot B the whole bar is equal to A bar plus B bar. That means the AND gate is changed with OR gate, and the whole line, that is whole line is cut into the small one and it is connected with A and B. So here again cut the line and change the sign rule. This is nothing but your De Morgan's law. It is very important from your exam point of view. So these are all the different laws you are supposed to by heart. So in the next video we will discuss how these laws will be applied to the given Boolean expression or the equation to reduce it and to become into a small equation which will give the output which is same as it when it will be given from your largest expression. So if you are having lot many gates with the inputs and a bigger expression, it will give some output. The same output will be given when we will reduce that equation and form a small equation. So that is all the fundamental behind the different laws. Thank you.